Hi, Jason, Hollis Farms this morning. It's just breaking daylight. This is our last morning here. We are flying out here in just a little while. I got time for one more adventure. Up there where we went and did the sleigh ride, they said there's another feeding ground just right outside of town, and they said they're seeing lots of elk and some sheep. Said they saw some big rams, so I'm hoping, wasn't paying that close attention, it sounded like it was easy to find, so I'm hoping I can get back out here and get there for just a minute before we have to kind of get packed up and get out of here. So it takes forever to get daylight here, but I'm gonna see if I can find this road. It was just sounded like just one turn. If I can get back on the right road to get there. I kind of saw coming in last night where I think I gotta go, so finna go try that, have a little adventure before we go. One thing I think I have learned, I brought pretty much all my Kuiu gear up here and my best long johns, and I didn't bring my warmest boots. I brought my LL Bean boots that's got the fur on the inside, and I really didn't bring my heaviest socks because I knew we really wasn't going to be sitting. But I tell you one thing I have found, this neckerchief or whatever you want to call it, this silk that goes around my neck, I tell you what, that works good, really good out here. Of course, the boggin all the time works good, and the Kuiu stuff has just been right. I've kind of learned how I would dress if I was hunting out here. Probably all I'm lacking is the gloves, possibly. I wore my mittens. I'm gonna ride by the slope and see what's going on real quick while it continues to get light. I wore my mittens on the sleigh ride where I put my little brown mules, I call them, under them, and then my mittens on top of it. That worked pretty good. The one thing I have learned, you don't want to take your gloves off and expose your skin for any length of time, because once they get cold, they're excuse me, very hard. I had a Dr. Pepper a while ago. Ooh-wee, very hard to get back warm. We brought us a pretty big supply of the little hot hands. Them right there are lifesavers. I bought those Danner boots and I wore them on the sleigh ride. There's just 400 grams of insulation, but I got them just a little big. I thought they was gonna be a little tight, but the more I walk in them, the more they kind of form around my foot, and so they're a little loose right now, and I could put a little bigger, so I think they'd be fine. It'd be tough to stay warm if you was doing something sitting up here, but I don't think there's much. There's not a lot of seasons open right now. Pretty much everything's closed, but I think the Kuiu stuff was built for stuff like this, and just about all the hunting they do up here, elk hunting or mule deer, they're kind of on the move. But just like riding the horseback, the two guides we've had, our guide last night on the sleigh ride, they see me get out with Kuiu, and it kind of starts the conversation up. They say it really works. So the down stuff, you know, if they have to stop and glass and all, that's what they slip on. So we're suited up with the right clothes. We just gotta get out here and possibly go hunting, and I'm working on that too. That's gonna be exciting. You talking about some awesome videos. If I got to come out here and do an elk or a mule deer or the mountain lion hunt, probably the first thing I'm gonna work on, and I'm gonna probably start that before too long when I get back, is a turkey hunt up here. Kind of the Jake guy said he probably got a contact for us on some turkeys, so we're gonna be working on that. I'm pretty excited about this. That Jake guy's a cool guy, and the folks up there at that Mill Ridge ranch or whatever it was, it's a sleigh ride, they were awesome folks too. All right, getting into a little traffic. Let me find this road. Alright, it's the Suburban here says 6 degrees, so it's a little warmer than it's been being. This is kind of the main strip, square, whatever you want to call it, in Jackson Hole. Everybody kind of getting to work and getting to school. Guy, I think he told me to go down the road that you go to the hospital, which we're headed down now. That's straight into this mountain here, whatever it is. I don't know if they call them mountains, hills, or whatever up here. It looked like a mountain to me where we're from. And I'm pretty sure we're just gonna go straight into it. He said where it dead ends and turn left. And I think we're probably gonna see a sign or something, but I don't want to get too far out. We got to go before just too awful long, but I wanted to see me a sheep. I bet you as soon as we get out of town, the temperature drops. That's the way it works at home. I think we're headed in the right direction. I see the fence there for keep the elk and all out of town. See if the gates open up here. I just saw a woman walking her dog. I'm gonna turn y'all around for just a second. Golly, every time I see these people walking their dogs, I start thinking about Pete. Golly, I miss Pete bad. Alright, this is a good possibility. This might be it. It says National Elk Refuge. Well, this might be interesting. This is just, it wasn't just a minute from the room there. National Elk Refuge. What that sign says. I'm gonna read these regulations. Disturb wildlife, stopping road or park on shoulder, park on cambo, not in enclosed areas without permit, operate remote aircraft, pets. Okay, I think we can make it. Let's go see what we can see this morning. Another pretty place. Folks right here is walking their dog. Oh, I bet they cold. They ought to be. Hello, nice people. I did find out one thing. When we first got here, I thought everybody was gonna be rude, but it was just some of these outsiders that's rude. All the locals is pretty doggone nice, especially where we went to these ranches. Some of these people in town are rude, boy. They just, I don't know. Alright, let's see what we can see. When we was going out to the, I see a bunch of elk out there. When we was going out to that Mill Ridge Ranch to do the snowmobiling, the sleigh ride, there was a place for sale. I've been kidding around with my wife about moving up here, so we asked them about it, and they said, yeah, it was a pretty nice house, like I think it was 2,000 or 2,500 square feet, maybe 3,000, I forget, but on 35 acres. I said, I wonder what that cost. 14 million's what he said. I said, whoo, I'm out of here on that. That's crazy. He said it didn't do nothing but make their land taxes go up. That's crazy. That's too much for any house. I just passed a blinking sign. Says, do not allow licking if sheep approach. And that guy told me that the elk and the sheep would come up and try to lick the salt off your car. So this must be, we must be finna see something if they talking about licking. I don't know if they fed yet. We may be too early. A pretty mountain right there with all that rock. I'm gonna leave the camera running until we get up here to this one. That's, man, I wish I'd have brought my binoculars. I wished I'd have brought my little Sony to zoom in for y'all, but I thought I'd be safer just bringing the GoPro. Gotta be a sheep around here somewhere. They may be all down when we get up here somewhere feeding. I don't know. That's a pretty rock. think it won't cut off, or either I can't cut it off with my gloves. All right, y'all, I see them way over there. If I can figure out how to get over there, it looks like thousands of them, and I'm assuming it's elk. Yeah, this road up here is gonna turn. I think we're gonna go right by them. It looks like we're gonna turn anyway. Wow. It looks like thousands of them. I got passed on this road a while ago. I get passed a lot up here because I ain't in no hurry. All right, y'all, so I found them. But man, they got this road closed. It says area closed to all unpermitted activity until May 1st for the protection of the wildlife habitat. Road closed to the public. Hunters may enter with valid refuge hunt permit. I mean, it's just, I wish I had my Sony with me where I could zoom. It's just looks like hundreds, thousands of elk and stuff up there. I just want to go look, but I'm afraid I may get in trouble. Usually don't bother me. It wouldn't bother me too much at home, but these folks up here like put me in jail. So I better not. Well, at least we made it out here and got to see them. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm not gonna drive by it. I wouldn't want them. If we had laws like that at the house, I wouldn't want them messing with our deer. So we're gonna try to do right while we're up here. But it is a pretty place out here. We still might see something, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna go a little bit slower on the way out and see if maybe we can see a sheep or something. It's icy right there. 5 degrees out here. Well, at least we saw them. I'm not sure. I may not see something on the way out. I'm just kind of easing out. But I'm going to say this trip here is probably going to turn into the beginning of a elk hunt in the future. Just got to get put in for the tag and all. They say it may take me up to 2 years, but it's a possibility to get done the first year. So my brother Brian, he's done a lot of that stuff, so when I get back to the house, we're gonna get put in. If it takes 2 years, whatever, because it'll be worth. I'm gonna come back up here and hunt with Jake. He sent me a lot of pictures of their camp and all last night. We're gonna be working on that. Be working on that. All right, y'all, I wish I had a zoom. There's a bunch of bighorn sheep up there. Man, I wish I had my binoculars or my Sony. Finally got to saw some sheep. I guess that's what they call them, bighorn sheep. Oh, I wouldn't have seen them. There was they do a lot of wildlife tours out here in these vans, and there was one of them stopped there, and I could see them all lean back looking with their binoculars straight up. So I got out and looked at them. That was pretty cool. Finally saw a sheep. We've seen elk, moose, sheep. Our guide saw 3 wolves for a second in front of us on the snowmobiles the other day. So we've about seen everything I think just about you could see up here. Golly, I like it up here. It's amazing how these animals can walk up them hills, rocks and all like they do. Just crazy. All right, y'all, we are on our way out of town. Stopped at the Dairy Queen, gets a little burger, fries on the way out. Audrey's excited. We're all excited. We hadn't ate anything. Wife's curled up again. I'm not sure what's up with the curls. Look at her flipping things. Cody got his new cowboy hat on and new boots. Burger time. All right, y'all, we got mule deer eating them bushes outside the Dairy Queen. All right, y'all, back at the airport, fixing to park at Suburban and get in there and try to get checked in.
The exit doors on this aircraft.
From Boston. Yeah. About a, what, 3-hour flight? 3-hour flight. We are in Houston, Texas now, ready to get our asses, excuse my language, home. But we got a 3-hour layover. Why didn't they do that on the way out there? Still on the way home. Anyway, I'm thinking about renting this golf cart, starting home, but I don't know. Anyway, I know we gotta pee, we gotta find something to eat. We'll be back. All right, y'all, we finally made it back to Birmingham. Waiting on my bunch, they behind me somewhere. I was sitting by myself. Maybe we can get on home. I'm ready to see Pete. I know he's missing us. So we're gonna try to get to Pete here in just a little bit. I still don't see my bunch. They always dragging. He said go past these red pillars. Yeah. We got too much luggage. Trying to find a car. There's one. Hey, y'all see it? Gotta be around there somewhere. Woo. Getting close, I think. We'll walk this whole parking lot. All right, y'all. So we finally made it back home. We're running up here to get Pete and Piper. Got to get them, and then we're gonna go on to the house, and we'll take care of everybody else in the morning. What is Pete doing? Boy, we've been gone too long, ain't we? Hey, man. What's up, man? Did you lose weight? You ain't ate nothing. Hey, did you lose weight? Cause you didn't eat nothing. Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. All right, y'all. We got the dogs. Gonna call it a night. We'll work on the rest of the morning. We out of here.